supporting us at our graduation night. And big round of applause to our other students. They did a really good job. Especially Adam, he was very nervous. He did a great job. And I want to thank all of my friends for being here. Thank you so much. And Damien.
Thanks.
Yeah, so my name is Sean Hayes. So for those of you that don't know me, I was in Will and Grace. And for those of you that do know me, because I charge $5 for autographs before I spell my name singing. I graduated high school in 1987, and my husband was born in 1984, which sounds disgusting. Like, we didn't meet in 1984. It wasn't a JFK, Twilight, in print. He's mine forever. No, that didn't happen. I didn't even know he existed, quite honestly, until much later. I met him when he was 26. That still sounds very young. I was 40. He turned 27 like 2 weeks later, so it makes it less. More adult, right? Like, then it was 14 years and not 15, so it seemed a lot better. And the age difference, like, it isn't bad. We have any problems, except for when we talk about what we did in the 90s. And his life experience in the 90s and our friends are all, they were like just trying to live their best life as a kid and just like play and have fun. And I was just trying to be the best gay that I could. I was in West Hollywood, going to bars, watching Go-Go Boys and like voguing to Madonna. When they were younger and like in a playground riding on a swing, I was the meat rack riding on a sling. Very similar. When they were trying to like navigate the complexity of their Transformer robot turning back the truck, I was like navigating the complexity of a glory hole, which I became very, very good at. Had a lot of fun in the 90s, which would be a whole nother story. But one time they were all sitting around and they were talking about their high school reunion. By this time I'd already had my 30th or 50th, I don't know what. And they were on their like second, I don't know, 10th, I don't know what it was. And they were like, I'm not going to go to my high school reunion. And I was like, why would you not go to your high school reunion? Like, high school was magical. And they were like, well, we were bullied in high school. And like, one was like, I was bullied, so I'm not going to go. And then the other two in the car were like, #me too. And I was like, that happens in high school? Like, people are bullied in high school? I don't know. Then my husband got really mad at me for saying that. And he's like, his eyes rolled like out of the back of his head and bounced out the car. And we're like, going down the road. And he's like, Sean, you were blonde-haired, blue-eyed, skinny little twink. You were best friends with the prom queen. Like, you were the fucking bully. I'm like, that can't be true. I don't think I was the bully. I mean, there was once with this dumb jock in science class because I wasn't going to dissect a frog, but other than that, I think I was very nice to everybody in high school. So he thinks I had this very charmed, like, high school experience, and I did, quite honestly. But I didn't have a charmed, like, life, like, childhood. My dad and my parents divorced when I was 6, and then my dad remarried this very, very lovely, lovely woman who presents really well on paper. Like, those people who just present well? Like, they just show up and you're like, wow, she's amazing. But no, she was batshit crazy, put me through, like, narcissistic boot camp, which was a lot of fun, and there were some perks. Like, at Christmas time, we got a ton of presents, just like a shit ton of presents, like more than you can imagine, which sounds great, but they come with a really big emotional expense because all of that was her love, and you've got to love a narcissist. And I don't mean like, oh, you gotta love them, like, yay. I mean like, you've gotta love a narcissist, or like 25 years later, they're like, remember all that shit I bought you? Yeah, now what? But I taught her, I became emotionally detached, so those gifts don't cost me anything now. I'm like, what shit, who cares? But she prepared me for a lifelong career in narcissistic servitude, which is very hard to say. Some of you, I think, call it customer service. And some of you are those customers, and you know who you are. And fuck you. Especially my very first job at McDonald's, it really prepared me for narcissistic people who buy breakfast that get really mad about their biscuit and how it turns out. Then there was one day where I was like short-staffed, and I had like 2 people on the register. One of them was a maintenance guy, barely spoke any English. And we had like 35 people in line, and I was doing the job of like 12 people. And this guy started screaming and yelling, and slammed his hand down and his wallet went flying. I don't know. And I thought, great, here's some asshole who's mad because Jose's not speaking perfect English. So I'm like, what's going on? So it turned out he wants a burger at like 8:30 in the morning. And this was 1985 to 88 is when I worked at McDonald's, so during the Cold War. And Russia didn't have a McDonald's yet. They didn't get there until 1990, so it's kind of important to the story because this guy goes like, I can't do a Russian accent, but he's like, in Russia I can get a burger at 8:30 in the morning, and I'm like, well, go back to Russia. Because that was appropriate to yell during the Cold War. Like, any proud American, I was like, dude, get the fuck out. Like, go where you can get a burger. And then the crowd, and then I thought, shit, what am I saying? Like, I'm 17, I don't know what I'm doing. But then the crowd started cheering, and they're like, USA, USA. And then, like, all the employees who all come from a small village in Mexico were like, well, USA, USA. It was like some, like, feel-good 80s movie. I felt like Ferris Bueller. I was like, oh, I'm winning. Like, this is fucking amazing. So it worked out well. And I've never yelled at anything since then. But you know what my stepmom didn't train me for, was, like, I think the echelon of narcissists was cats, right? And I had a cat, Gianna, my husband and I had this cat, Gianna, who sent me to urgent care 3 times in 1 week, 3 different antibiotics, and I lost my big toenail. So here's what happened was, I was like, Mom, pussy's dirty, I'm gonna wash it. So I'm looking at my cat, I'm like, let's give her a bath, I'm gonna bathe my cat. Get her into the bathroom. First 5 seconds were great, and then I don't know what happened, but she flipped out. I like grabbed her by her back of her neck. I'm like, this will calm her down. And then she was like a contortionist at Cirque du Soleil. Just like, I looked like I had gone through a barbed wire maze from like the movie Saw. I was only wearing shorts and socks because I should have been wearing chainmail, but I guess I was worried about my shirt getting wet. I don't know. So needless to say, yeah, I did lose my toenail because I pushed her down, and I jumped up, put all my weight on my toe, and by the end of the week it was gone. So the moral of the story is, don't wash your cat. That's what I'm here to tell you. So I think I have time for one more story, and it involves a bathtub, a funnel, and a very old man in leather. Yeah. So this one time at a sex club. Oh shit, that's my time. You can catch that story on my Showtime After Dark special. Again, thank you everybody for coming out tonight and supporting all of us. It's been a great 6 months.